The late afternoon sun filtered through the dusty windows of the Thompson family living room, casting long, warm shadows on the worn wooden floor. Mrs. Eleanor Thompson, an elderly woman in her late 70s, stood near the center of the room, her frail hands clutching a pile of gifts and shopping bags. Her knuckles were white, her arms shaking under the weight. Each movement was a struggle, a battle against the fatigue her age had imposed. "My arms. My arms are tired," she gasped, her voice trembling. Sweat glistened on her forehead as she looked at Vanessa, her son Michael's fiancée. Vanessa, barely in her late 20s, stood poised and elegant, dressed in a sleek designer dress that shimmered under the fading sunlight. Her expression was cold, sharp, unyielding. "Tired?" she said, her voice dripping with disdain. "Do you expect me to carry everything for you? Hurry up, Grandma, or do you want to embarrass yourself?" Eleanor's heart sank. She had always respected her son's choices, but Vanessa's cruelty pierced her like ice. She set the bags down momentarily, her body trembling, and tried to speak again, voice choked with emotion. "Please, just a moment to rest. I'm old, Vanessa. My arms aren't strong like they used to be." Vanessa's laugh was sharp and mocking. "Old? You're pathetic. If Michael loves you so much, he should make you useful. Isn't that right?" Her eyes glinted with malice as she gestured for Eleanor to lift the bags again. Tears blurred Eleanor's vision. She had never imagined that her own family's home, the place she had built with love and memories, would become a stage for humiliation. Each step she took, each bag she lifted, felt heavier than the last. Not because of the weight, but because of the emotional torment Vanessa inflicted. Suddenly, a loud knock echoed through the apartment. The sound startled both women. Vanessa frowned, annoyed. Eleanor, exhausted, looked toward the door, hope flickering weakly in her heart. Before anyone could respond, the door swung open, and a tall, confident man strode in. He was in his mid-40s, impeccably dressed in a tailored suit that somehow radiated power without arrogance. His eyes, dark and unwavering, scanned the room and immediately settled on Eleanor. "What's happening here?" he asked firmly, his voice calm but commanding. Vanessa straightened, her smirk faltering. This is none of your business," she snapped. The man didn't back down. Instead, he stepped closer to Eleanor, lowering himself to her level. "Ma'am, you don't have to do this. Let me help you." His voice was gentle now, infused with genuine concern. Eleanor's eyes widened. For the first time that day, someone looked at her not as a burden, not as a nuisance, but as a human being deserving of compassion. She tried to protest, but the tears ran freely down her cheeks. Vanessa, sensing her control slipping, raised her voice. "Who are you to interfere? Michael's mother has to—" The man's gaze hardened. "No one has the right to treat her this way. Not you. Not anyone." He reached out and helped Eleanor set the bag safely on the floor. "It's okay now," he whispered. "You don't have to carry anything anymore." Michael arrived then, drawn by the commotion. His eyes darted between his mother and Vanessa, disbelief and anger warring in his expression. "Mom, what happened?" he asked, rushing to her side. She made me carry everything," Eleanor sobbed. "I couldn't. I tried, but—" Michael turned to Vanessa, fury blazing. "Vanessa, this is unacceptable. Leave, now." Vanessa's confidence shattered under the weight of the man's silent authority and Michael's anger. She hesitated, then muttered something about leaving and stormed out, the sharp click of her heels echoing as she vanished from the apartment. The man, standing beside Eleanor now, offered a warm smile. "Sometimes the right person shows up just when they're needed," he said softly. "You deserved better all along." Eleanor looked up at him, gratitude overwhelming her. "Thank you. I don't know what I would have done without you." Michael hugged his mother tightly. "You're safe now, Mom. No one will ever treat you like that again." The sun had begun to set, casting golden light across the room. Eleanor felt a sense of peace she hadn't felt in hours, maybe even years. She realized that true strength isn't just in lifting heavy burdens. It's in standing up for yourself and having others stand for you when you can't. The man gave Eleanor a reassuring nod and turned to leave. As he stepped out, Eleanor whispered to Michael, "Some people are heroes without even trying to be." And in that quiet apartment, as the evening shadows deepened, Eleanor Thompson knew something powerful. Kindness, courage, and empathy always have the power to rescue those who need it most, even when hope feels almost gone.